co-create with ourselves and co-create with each other. And we are now on page, let's see, 150 on the book Money and the Law of Attraction, Learning to Attract Wealth, Health, and Happiness by Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teaching of Abraham. Isn't that fun to read and allow and to feel the energy comes through? Because it's so aligned, all of this energy from Abraham, I feel. It's a good experience. So let's move on. Reading and relaxing. Find a comfortable place to sit if you want to. Just breathe a couple of times and feel the energy comes through. It always does anyway, so alignment is always coming through. So everything always coming through. I'll relax and sleep myself into well-being. Abraham. Your natural state is one of absolute well-being. You do not have to fight anymore against illness. Just relax into your wellness. Put yourself in your bed tonight. And as you're going to sleep, feel the wonderful comfort of the bed beneath you. Notice how big it is. Notice the pillow beneath your neck. Notice the fabric upon your skin. Give your attention to things that feel good. For every moment that you can think about something that feels good, you are cutting the fuel to that illness. In every moment that you think about something that feels good, you are stopping the illness from going forward. And in every moment that you are thinking about the illness, you're adding a little more fuel to the fire, so to speak. As you are able to accomplish holding your thoughts on something that feels good for 5 seconds, then for that 5 seconds, you will stop fueling your illness. As you accomplish it for 10 seconds, then for 10 seconds, you have stopped fueling the illness. As you think about how good you feel right now, and as you think about your natural state as being a state of wellness, you begin fueling your wellness. Do negative emotion indicate unhealthy thoughts? Abraham. As you think thoughts of illness, the reason you feel such negative emotion about it is because that thought is so out of harmony with your greater knowing that you are not resonating with who you really are. The negative emotion that you feel in the form of concern or anger or fear about your illness is your real indicator that you have put a very strong restriction on the flow of energy between you and who you really are. Your wellness comes forth as you allow the full flow of non-physical energy from your inner being. And so, as you think, I am well, or I am becoming well, or I am whole, it is my natural state to be well. Those thoughts vibrate in a place that is in harmony with that which your inner being knows to be, and you receive the full benefit of the thought energy that comes forth from your inner being. Every thought vibrates, and so focus upon thoughts that make you feel good, which will attract others and others and others and others and others, until your vibrational frequency will raise to the place that your inner being can fully envelop you. And then you will be in the place of well-being, and your physical departures will catch up very quickly. It is our absolute promise to you. You may begin to watch for dramatic physical evidence of your recovery, for it is law. Happy beautiful day, Scott, Jen. To what degree can I control my body? Jerry. Well, this subject is perspectives of health, weight, and mind. How can I get there and stay there? I see an absolutely overwhelming number of people who are concerned about the state of the way, and their physical and mental health. And because of the amount of attention to physical health failures, I understand why people are concerned. As a kid, I had a good fortune, somehow, of realizing that I was in control of my own body. I recall when I was about 9 years old, going to the country fair carnival, where two professional fighters would take on all comers. In other words, any of the farmers around there could pay to get in the boxing ring and fight them. And if the farmers could beat those professional fighters, they win money. But the farmers always got beaten to a pulp. I remember standing in this little canvas tent lit by kerosene or gas lamp, and I can recall watching the lights flickering on the sweating back of the professional fighter, sweating back of the professional fighter. Yeah, and I was absolutely entranced with the fact that his backbone was hidden between two beautiful muscles running down his back, whereas mine was more like our Arkansas State mascot, the Razorback hog. In other words, my backbone stuck way out and had no muscles around it, while his was beautifully embedded where I couldn't even see it. I so enjoyed observing these beautiful back muscles. I really appreciate what I saw that day, and without and within about 8 years, the muscle on my back did look like that. The muscle on my back did look like that. And so from that experience, I realized that I could create my physical body. That's a great story, by the way. This is really good. So, as a result of the extreme ill health that I experienced as a child, I learned somehow to be able to control my own health. I experimented with doctors a few times. Experimented. Experimented with doctors a few times. But their diagnosis and treatments were mostly always wrong. And so, it didn't take me long to realize that I better off staying away from doctors because I couldn't find one I couldn't count on to be right. They were nearly always wrong when it came to helping me. So I decided I'd be better off just handling my own body. But I still found myself thinking a little bit about how my body is going to hold up and what my future condition is going to be. Will I be able to do? Will I be able to, as I say, maintain this perfect state of health, and mind? I feel there now, but I am at the point of sometimes wondering, will I be able to always stay there? And so, I'd like you to address that general subject. Abraham, we are appreciating the combination of words that you have put there. For your body and your mind are forever connected. Your body is responding to your thoughts continually. In fact, to nothing else. Your body is absolutely a pure reflection of the way you think. There is nothing else that is affecting your body other than your thoughts. And it is a good thing that at that early age, you proved to yourself that you did have some control of your own body. When you consciously acknowledge the absolute correlation between what you're thinking and what you are getting, you can then eventually, under all conditions, control your own experience. All that is required for you to get only what you want versus getting some of what you do not want is to recognize that the control that you seek you already have, and then to deliberately think about things that you want to experience. Thoughts of decline always feel bad because you do not want decline. So utilize your guidance and choose good feeling thoughts, and you will have no reason to worry about moving through time. Really, it is simply a matter of making the decision. I want to acknowledge that I have the only and the absolute control of my own physical apparatus. I acknowledge that I am as a result of the thoughts I think. The day you were born, you possessed knowledge, not hope or desire, but deep understanding that your basis is absolute freedom, that your quest is joy, and that the results of your life experience would be growth. And you knew that you are perfect health. Yeah. And you knew that you are perfect and still reaching out for even more perfection. So, so good. Happy beautiful day, Mentor, and happy beautiful day, Super Day. So, so good. So, can we consciously grow new muscle and bone? Jerry, I consciously, deliberately added muscles to my body in my early years because I wanted to. But can we consciously affect our bones as well? Abraham, you can, in the same way. The difference is that the current belief about the muscle is there. The current belief about the bone is not. Jerry, that's true. I saw a man who had developed tremendous muscle, and I wanted that. And because many others were doing it, I believed I could too. But I haven't seen bone changed. Abraham, the reason that more things do not change more quickly in your societies today is because most people are giving their attention predominantly to what is. In order to affect change, you must look beyond what is. It slows you down tremendously if you need to see evidence of something before you believe it, because that means you have to wait for someone else to create it before you can believe it. But when you understand that the universe and the law of attraction will respond to your imagined ID as quickly as it responds to an observed ID, then you can move quickly into new creations without having to wait for someone to accomplish it first. That is really, really good. I want to read that one more time. There was something there. For myself, also, clarification. So good. It slows you down. This is like we're saying. It slows you down tremendously if you need to see evidence of something before you believe it, because that means you have to wait for someone else to create it before you can believe it. But when you understand that the universe and the law of attraction will respond to your imagined ID as quickly as it responds to an observed ID, then you can move quickly into new creations without having to wait for someone to accomplish it first. So good. Hmm. Okay, moving forward. So good. Jerry, so the challenge is being that pioneer, pioneer, the first one out. Abraham, the leading edge requires vision and positive expectation, but it is really where the most powerful acceleration is. To be in this, to be in a state of desire and to have no doubt is the most satisfying experience possible. But to want something and not believe in your ability to achieve it does not feel good. When you think only of what you desire, without constant contradiction that are filled with doubt or disbelief, the universal response to your desire comes quickly, and in time you begin to feel the power of your deliberate thought. But that kind of pure thought takes practice, and it requires that you spend less time observing what is and more time visualizing what you would like to experience. In order order to tell the new and improved story about your physical experience, you must spend time thinking and speaking about the experience you would like to live. The most powerful thing you can do, the thing that will give you much greater leverage than any action, is to spend time every day visualizing your life as you want it to be. We encourage that you go to a quiet and private environment for 50 minutes every day where you can close your eyes and imagine your body, your environment, your relationships, and your life in ways that please you. What has been has nothing to do with what will be, and what others experience has nothing to do with your experience. But you must find a way to separate yourself from all of that, from the past and from the others, in order to be what you want to be. Happy, beautiful day, Shani. So good. What about when one's desires overrules one's belief? Jerry, people have been running for thousands of years, and no one had been able to cover a mile in 4 minutes. And then a man named Roger Bannister did it. And once he did it, now many others have run the 4 minute mile as well. Abraham. When people do not allow the fact that no one else has ever done something to prevent them from doing it, they are of great advantage to others. Because once they break through and create it, then others can observe and, in time, can come to believe or expect it. And for that reason, everything that you accomplish is of value to your society. Your platform for progressive living continues to expand, and life does get better and better for everyone. However, we are wanting to take you beyond the need to see it before you can believe it. We want you to understand that if you believe it, then you will see it. Anything that you practice in your mind until the idea begins to feel natural to you must come to physical fruition. The law of attraction guarantees it. You will feel enormous liberation when you realize that you do not have to wait for someone else to do something in order to prove that it can be done, or before you allow yourself to do it. As you practice new thoughts, reaching for improved emotions, and then see the evidence that the universe will provide, you will come to know your own true power. If someone were to tell you that you are experiencing an incurable disease, you could then say with confidence, I would decide what I will live, for I am the creator of my experience. If your desire is strong enough, it can outweigh your negative beliefs, and your recovery will begin. It is not so different from the story of the mothers whose child is pinned beneath the object that weighs many, many times more than anything she was ever lifted. But in her powerful desire to save her child, she does lift it. Under normal conditions, she could not begin to lift this object. But with such powerful desire, her normal beliefs becomes become temporarily irrelevant. If you say to her, do you believe you can lift that object? She would say, of course not. I can't even pick up my suitcase when it's full. But belief has nothing to do with this. Her child was dying, and her wanting was too free her child. And so she did. That was an expansion from Abraham now as well, I remember. Because when you're wanting something strong enough, then the belief doesn't matter. It comes through what you wanted. The energy align up that desire, that wanting in that moment you desire. It's so funny. It's all about the alignment. Energy from who we truly are is always helping to create whatever we want. But what if I believe in dangerous germs? Jerry, I really do want to be healthy, but I also believe that I might catch some things. And so, whenever I visit people who are in the hospital, I hold my breath as I walk down the corridor to avoid germs. Abraham, you must have very short visits. Fun. Jerry, I do have short visits, and I keep going to a window and trying to get some air. So if I believe that I can avoid the germs by holding my breath, then will that belief keep me from getting sick? Abraham, in your strange way, you are maintaining a vibrational balance. You want health. You believe that germs could make you sick. You believe that your behavior of avoiding the germs is preventing sickness. And so, you achieve a balance that works for you. You are, however, going about it the hard way. If you were really listening to your guidance system, you would not enter an environment where you believe there are germs that could compromise your well being. The dread you feel about going into the hospital is your indicator that you are about to take action before you have achieved vibrational alignment. You could you could just not go to the hospital, but then you would feel uncomfortable because you know that your sick friend would enjoy a visit from you. So you find a way to visit your friend without feeling dread. And that is what we mean by finding vibrational alignment before you take the action of entering the hospital. In time, you can come to believe so much in your well being, or your desire for well being can come so vivid that you could be in any environment and not feel as a threat to your well being. When you are in alignment with who you really are and you are listening to your powerful guidance system, you would never enter an environment where your well being could be threatened. Unfortunately, many people override their own guidance system for the sake of pleasing others. Two people could enter the hospital as you have described it, one feeling not threat to well being, and other feeling great threat. The first would not get sick, the second one would, not because of the germs that are present in the hospital, but because of the person's vibrational relationship to his or her own sense of well being. We are not attempting to alter your beliefs, for we do not see your beliefs as inappropriate. It is our desire to make you aware of your own emotional guidance system so that you can achieve the balance of vibration between your desires and your beliefs. Doing the right thing means to do that which is in harmony with your intent and with your current beliefs. Jerry, so there's nothing wrong with taking the coward's way out? Abraham, there are many people who override their own guidance system to trying to please others. And there are many people who will call you selfish or or cowardly when you have the au- when you have the audacity to please yourself rather than them. Often others will call you selfish because you are unwilling to yield to their own selfishness without realizing the hypocrisy. What is a hypocrisy? Hypocrisy of their demand. Sometimes we are accused of teaching selfishness, and we admit that it is true. Because if you are not selfish enough to tend your own vibration and therefore hold yourself in alignment with your source, with who you really are, then you have nothing to give to another anyway. When others call you selfish or cowardly, their own vibrations are clearly out of balance, and a modification of your behavior will not bring them into balance. The more you think and speak of your own physical well being, the more entranced your own vibrational patterns of wellness will be, and the more the law of attraction will then surround you with things that enhance and support those beliefs. The more you tell your own story of well being, the less vulnerable you will feel. And then not only will your point of attraction shift so that different situations will surround you, but you will also feel different about the situation as they come. Mhm. I am guided toward what I do like. Abraham. The only path to the life you desire is through the path of less resistance, or the path of most allowance. Allowance of your connection to your source, to your inner being, to who you really are, and to all that you desire. And that allowance is indicated to you in the form of good feeling emotions. If you will let feeling good be your most important priority, then whenever you are having a conversation that is not in harmony with the health you desire, you will feel bad. And so you will be alerted to your resistance. And then you can choose a better feeling thought, and you will be right back on track. Whenever you feel negative emotion, it is your guidance system helping you realize that you are, in this moment, offering resistant thought that is hindering the stream of well being that would otherwise be reaching you fully. It is as if your guidance system is saying, here, you're doing it again here. You're doing it again here. You're doing it again. This negative emotion means you are in the process of attracting what you do not want. Many people ignore their guidance system by tolerating negative emotion and, in doing so, deny themselves the benefit of guidance from broader perspective. But once life has caused you to identify that your desire is something, you will never again be able to look at its opposite or at the lack of it without feeling negative emotion. Once a desire has been born within you, you must look at the desire if you are if you are to feel good. And the reason for that is you cannot revert back to less than life has caused you to become. Once you identify a desire for wellness or for a specific bodily condition, you will never be able to focus upon the lack of it again without feeling negative emotion. Whenever you feel negative emotion, just stop whatever it is you are doing or thinking and say, what is it that I do want? And then, because you have turned your attention to what you do want, the negative feeling will be replaced by a positive feeling. and the negative attraction will be replaced by positive attraction, and you will be right back on track. I will read this last one. First, I must be willing to please myself. Abraham, when you have been on a particular train of thought for a while, it is not easy to abruptly change the direction of your thought because the law of attraction is supplying you with thoughts that match your current train of thought. Sometimes, while you are in the negative feeling mode, another who is not in the negative place will not agree with your negative view of your current subject, which only serves to make you want to defend your position all the more. Trying to defend or justify your opinion only causes you to stay in your resistant state longer. And the reason so many people hold themselves in resistance unnecessarily is because it is more important to them to be right rather than to feel good. When you meet those who are determined to convince you that they are right, they try to hold you in a negative conversation in an attempt to convince you. Sometimes you are considered uncaring or cold hearted if you do not hear them and eventually agree with their point of view. But when you forfeit your good feeling that comes when you choose thoughts that harmonize with your broader perspective, to try to please a negative friend who wants to use you as a sounding board, you are paying a very big price for something that will not help him or her either. That uncomfortable knot in your stomach is your inner being saying, this behavior, this conversation, isn't in harmony with what you want. You must be willing to please yourself first, or you will often be swept up by the negativity that surrounds you. Hi, Ksenia. So that was it for today, the reading part. Now let's move to the fun part. And another one. It's always fun. Now it's the freedom release method. So it works like this. You take a deep, slow breath in and hold it, and I say a statement as I release all blocks and barriers with a statement. And as I say this statement, when I finish with the statement, you easy and gentle blow it out. And then there's another one. Then you say it's the same thing. You take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. And I say, I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation. That, and then a statement. And as I'm finished with the statement, you easily and gentle blow it out. I'll breathe it out. Exhale. So it's just an energy, beautiful thing. It's an aligning and uplifting thing, the freedom release method. It calls. It's in Best Life. So very, very good. And this freedom release method, I've been writing it down. So it's from the Abraham now. I've been picking things up from there, been writing things down, and then I find out writing down the releases and the uplifting. So it's so, so good. So this is gonna be fun. Now let's turn out this phone and concentrate about this energy. So, so good. So, so good. Easy and gentle. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with there is no death. We are eternal. Easy and gentle, blow it out. Or exhale, breathe it out. Good. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that we are pure love, joy, energy. That is the most nature of us, of all of us, of me. And easy and gentle, breathe it out. Yes. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with there is no contrast in non-physical. Or we say there is no resistance in non-physical. And easy and gentle breathe out. We say in another word, there is no resistance in non-physical. Yeah. So good. So take a deep slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that there is contrast everywhere, but there is no resistance from non-physical, from who I really am. Pure love source energy. And easy and gentle breathe it out. Good. This is a good one. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with I can focus on the idea of adaptation. And easy and gentle breathe it out. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I can adapt to the focusing forward in the newness and refreshment. And easy and gentle breathe it out. Adaptation, so you have in the animals, they're always present and new and refreshed, never looks back, always in the present, always in the newness, always looking forward. Adaptation for animals, adaptation from the trees, you can see it's just growing and growing, have no resistance to what is. It's just grow and expand as it is. No resistance, just moving forward, growing easy and gentle. So I can adapt to focusing forward into the newness and refreshment. Let's take the animals. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I can adapt to focusing forward into the newness and refreshment. And easy and gentle, breathe out. This is a fun one. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with social distance, mean leaning forward to what I want. You see that from that non-physical energy, it's always look at the positive aspects of everything, so it finds its way through to feel good about it anyway. Whatever was happening outside, it really doesn't have no resistance to it. It's just allowing and see the benefit from everything. Social distance as well. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that my inner being knows what is beneficial to me or not. And easy and gentle out. Isn't that nice? Yes. It knows what you like. It knows what you prefer. It knows the food you like and the water you drink. All of that, and it's calibrating easy to that energy. My inner being knows what is beneficial to me or not. Yeah. It knows the path of most allowing. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with my own, with owning where I am. own where I am. I own where I am. Yes. This is good. I own where I am. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I am as real as I can be. I am on the leading edge. I am. And easy and gentle, breathe out. So, so good. The next one. I release all blocks and barriers with I want to be in unconditional love. That is natural. And easy and gentle, breathe out. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation. That practice appreciation feels good. Unconditional appreciation. Practice unconditional appreciation feels good. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I can develop that muscle. I can develop that muscle. And easy and gentle breathe out. I can, when we develop that muscle and build it and get stronger and stronger, it gets easier and easier to appreciate unconditionally. Feeling good, better and better. It's so good. We can develop anything we desire for. That's the story from Jerry. You know, he had so that back muscle, and he felt so good about it and appreciated it so much. And 8 years later, he had the same back muscle as that person he saw 8 years before. So it's all about the alignment, feeling good, appreciate, and enjoying those things that surrounds you and those things that are here and now in this newness of this and refreshment. That's always new and refreshing this moment now and forward. So we can practice any muscle, anything we desire for. So, so good. So, let's see. I'm going to the next one. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with I am looking at wellness. And easy and gentle breathe out. I am looking at wellness. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I can't get it wrong, and I never get it done. And easy and gentle breathe out. That's so true. It's always expansion. There is no lessons to learn. There is just feeling alignment through more and more through all of this, and be easy about it. Be easy with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be easy with yourself. feel your alignment more and more. And as you do, and as you are lining up with the energy of it, it's fun, it's joy. And life is for having a joyful expansion, a joyful experience, to feeling it and to have it more and more. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I feel it now. I anticipate it now. I feel it now. I anticipate it now. The expansion of who you are. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I can practice the feeling of unconditional love, a feeling who I really am, and we are all in this together. And breathe out easy and gentle. Yes, I can practice the feeling of unconditional love and feeling who I really am, and we are all in this together. We are the same pure love source energy, right? So good. Happy day, see it. So this is a freedom release method we go through. If you want to, Jen, you can expand it out to a new friend here. So, so good. Let's see. Take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with each day gets more and more. And easy and gentle, breathe it out. Each day gets more and more. I take one more after this as well. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I am receiving on a deeper level now, and more to come. Yes, and easy and gentle breathe out. More asking, more answering, more energy coming forth. We are always expanding, so we're receiving this in the expansion of who we truly are. So this is the next one, then this is the last one. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. Two more. I release all blocks and barriers with it's always expansion. It's always expansion. And easy and gentle breathe out. So, and this is the last one. So, oh, we have two more. Okay, so two fills up, so good. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation. That is always joyful expansion now and forward from who I really am. And easy and gentle breathe out. It's always a joyful expansion now from who I really am. And the last one, this is the last one. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that contrast is my best friend. Contrast is a good thing. It makes many choices. It has many choices. And easy and gentle, breathe out. Yeah, it's like a buffet. You have things you like and you have things you don't like. There's a lot of things and you can pick anything. And it's our choice. It's the same with the thoughts. It's the same with what we're thinking about. We have choices of things we want and for choices of things we don't want. And with contrast, we have more clarification what we do want when there is something we do, an experience we have what we don't want. So contrast is our best friend, and contrast is a wonderful thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for the expansion as we live here on planet Earth. Without the other, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know what feels good if there's no bad feeling. You say, and that's the guidance system. Isn't that good? It's letting us know if we are in the resistance of what we want, or if we are in the allowing of what we want. And how can we feel the difference? We feel good about it. When we feel good about something we desire for, then we are allowing the desire to become what we want and to experience it. When we are wanting something and we don't feel good, then we are on the lack of it. And then it's not on the vibrational match to what you want of it. So it's all about lining up with the alignment with being in alignment with yourself, and then you're lining up with your desires, because it's already in the vortex. It's already in the energy of it. Energy of all the energy that's in the vortex always feels good and expands, and all is well. So thank you so much, everyone, and I wish you a wonderful, beautiful day, and see you tomorrow. Good night. So